the meeting of NATO leaders in London to mark the alliance's 70th anniversary got off to a difficult start Tuesday as the leaders of the United States, France, and Turkey clashed over burden sharing and the future direction of the alliance. The official summit is set to take place Wednesday, where the various threats to NATO are due to be discussed. But as Henry Ridgwell reports, the biggest challenge could be keeping a lid on tensions within the organization.
NATO leaders attended a reception hosted by the Queen at Buckingham Palace Tuesday night, a cordial end to a fiery first day. US President Donald Trump and his French counterpart Emmanuel Macron clashed on the fate of foreign Islamic State fighters being held in Syria.
Many are from France, many are from Germany, many are from UK. They're mostly from Europe. And some of the countries are agreeing. I have not spoken to the president about that. Would you like some nice ISIS fighters?
Look,
I can give them. You can take everyone you want.
Let's be serious. The very large number of fighters you have on the ground are ISIS fighters coming from Syria, from Iraq, and the region.
Macron said he stood by his brain-dead comments and reiterated criticism of Turkey.
When I look at Turkey, they now are fighting against those who fight with us, who fought with us, shoulder to shoulder against ISIS. And sometimes they work with ISIS forces.
Trump said pressure from the US meant NATO members were now spending more on defense, and the alliance should tackle multiple threats.
A lot of people say it was meant to look at originally the Soviet Union, now Russia, but we also have other things to look at, whether it's radical Islamic terrorism, whether it's the tremendous growth of China.
Tensions within NATO threaten to boil over. Last month, Turkey ignored NATO objections and launched an offensive in northern Syria against Kurdish fighters. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said Tuesday he would oppose NATO's plan to defend the Baltic states against Russia unless the alliance recognizes those Kurdish fighters as terrorists. Analysts say NATO is suffering from a clash of personalities.
This summit has the three presidents problem. President Trump, President Macron, and President Erdogan. And the challenge for the institution is celebrating NATO's 70th anniversary without one of those three presidents driving the whole thing off the rails.
Compounding NATO tensions, Turkey this year purchased the Russian S-400 missile defense system and recently tested it against its own American-made F-16 jets. NATO's Secretary General insists the alliance is in good health.
We have just implemented the biggest reinforcement of our collective defense in a generation since the end of the Cold War.
Many delegates in London question whether the tensions are just a clash of personalities or whether NATO has deeper problems.